Hello there, music lovers. Tristan.
Don't you mean Muse lovers?
Muse
Soon
lovers.
to be Muse lovers?
Tristan Ogilvy here, alongside Cam Shea,
That's correct, yes. Hello.
to check out a game that up until about 2 minutes ago we thought was called Muse, but it's actually called Alpha Muse.
Yeah, I just assumed it was because it was in alpha.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy mistake to make.
But the devs refer to it as Alpha Muse in the documentation, so... And
Alpha Muse.
It says Alpha Muse pretty much everywhere.
That's why when I tried to, when I still thought it was called Muse and I Googled it prior to this commentary, I either got matches for the band Muse,
Yep.
Or I got matches for another thing, a product called Muse, which is a brand of erectile dysfunction medication.
Well, isn't that interesting? So, I think we can see why, if it was once called Muse, it's now called something slightly different, because, let's face it, SEO, you want that SEO power.
Side note, I'm getting a bit of a boner right now. Anyways, Alpha Muse, what is this?
So the basic idea is you start out as kind of a blank canvas, and you see these little kind of coloured creatures flitting about the place. And each creature, well, different colours mean different things. So there might be a kick drum or a snare drum or a melody line or a chord or whatever it may be. And, you collect them and start building a procedurally generated kind of track as you go. You'll also see some of them aren't kind of alone. There'll be like a string of them in a line, and that's like a full kind of section of of whatever element of the track it is. So you just basically kind of start out in this cool, spacey kind of environment, and just start flying around and collecting elements of the track. And then once it gets to a kind of certain stage, you can start tinkering with it. And that's where it really kind of lets you have a bit of personal expression. Because right now it's quite kind of random. Every time you hop in, it'll build up in a completely different way.
Yep.
But once you have a bit of a track going, then you can start isolating elements and playing around with them. So I'll show you what that's like in just a sec. Once we maybe just build up a little bit more. I think that kick drum's going to have to change, Tristan.
To hand claps?
Let's get some claps in there. Absolutely, yes. Let's get some claps in there. All right. A few more bits. All right. Okay. So you can see the orange sphere in the center. That's kind of the sphere that I can kind of solo essentially. So you can switch between any of the elements of the music,
right.
And then. So that's the bass line. And you can turn that down.
I'll turn it up, baby.
And turn it right up. And you can click in the right thumbstick to change. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I always choose the dirtiest option.
Yeah.
And then
that's
bring the rest of the track back
policy.
In. Yep. So let's find another element here.
Or your under the blanket policy. Sorry, I'm still talking about dirty options.
Let's see if we can find some claps. No, not going to be claps here. Oh, not happy with any of these, so you get the idea. And there's all sorts of kind of things that can alter the music in the environment. So you'll see these kind of luminous kind of shark creatures, and they'll kind of send the creatures that make up your track kind of scattering.
Right.
You'll see these orbs that will basically randomly change the kind of the synth components and the sound components within your track without kind of changing the actual underlying structure of it. This one over here, actually, I'll show you in a sec. And I'll also go and show you these rings over here in just 1 second. We're gonna punch those rings, dude. That's a fact. Yeah. So this just kind of randomly changes. So it's the same track, but it's just changed everything in it, and then you can still go back in and change. That's not doing much. like this small little changes make huge difference.
Yeah.
So we'll just go and just randomly shift everything up again. Cool. Alright, so we've got a good dubby kind of sound going on right now. But what if we wanted to change the feel again? Well, that's what these... I'm so bad at going through these things. God, it's so hard to aim. Alright, here we go.
Why is it... I mean, I can't tell because I'm not playing it, but what makes it sort of... Is it inertia that makes it hard to line it? Right.
Yeah. It also might be my...
Your thumbs?
My general lack of skill. So these change the BPM. So we take a really dubby track and speed it the hell up, or we could slow it right down. But let's just leave it sped up for the moment. You also notice jellyfish, which kind of add a sting, as it were.
Nice.
That's not my joke, that's from them.
Was that in the press release?
Yeah, they actually wrote that, which I thought was kind of cute. And so that kind of, again, just shifts up, what's going on with the track. So what the hell just happened? These spheres are actually tracks that have been left behind by other users. So that's the other part of this thing, is it's not just you wandering around, mucking around with music. It's actually designed to be collaborative. So this is actually designed to be a persistent online space as well. And you can kind of see those concentric rings in the distance.
Yep.
And they're kind of the limits of this particular zone.
Right.
And the idea is, there's only one for this build, but the idea is that there'll be multiple zones all connected together, and they'll have, I think, if not really different visual themes, at least different kind of musical themes.
Yeah.
And given kind of how varied the tracks that I've been able to build so far have been, that's pretty exciting that this is just one like little wing of what's on offer in the game. So let's go through another one of these.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a really interesting game. I really like the idea that you can kind of create something cool and then just leave it behind for somebody else to discover. And you've got really no idea what any of those tracks are gonna do. And the sky's really the limit for where they want to take it from here. I know that they kind of got some notes about stuff they're working on down the line. I mean, we know it's coming to PS4 and Xbox One later this year. But they've also got kind of tablets down there, and you and I have discussed in the past.
I think they meant to say pills. They were just sorry.
You and I have kind of discussed in the past, like you could make it much more collaborative by having some kind of extra functionality on an iPad or something along those lines, and then you could be playing with EQs and stuff while I'm doing this and mucking around with the BPM. Oh, hey, the other thing I forgot to show you so far was you can change the pitch as well.
Yeah, right. So how did you do that?
It's just pitch up, pitch down.
Pitch up, baby.
So again, like, completely changes, the feel of it. So it's just so much fun to be had here. I mean, if you're into electronic music, you'll get off on the kind of procedurally generated nature of the game, but you'll also get off on the quality of it, because it's actually... There's a lot of good sounds in here, and if you swim around for long enough, you'll come up with something really cool. The only thing I'm kind of not quite, I haven't quite worked out yet. Oh, here we go. Let's see how the jellyfish changes it.
Changed it for the better.
Oh yeah,
there's the sting, baby.
Kind of quirky. The only thing I haven't kind of worked out yet is, because as you collect elements, you can choose to see what I just did there. You choose to kind of pull them all in to the song, but you can also choose to discard elements. So I kind of haven't quite got the hang of that yet. It seems like a pretty straightforward thing. Like, I guess you soloing elements. I guess you just select the element you want and then discard it.
Right.
And you can also obviously just completely dissolve the track. And then you just start picking stuff up again.
Start afresh.
And it's totally different again. It's cool. I like this game a lot.
So I don't think we mentioned that it will support, or it does support, Oculus Rift.
Yeah. Yep.
It is coming to Xbox One and PS4, which could get Project Morpheus support if and when that thing comes out, but it'll definitely have Kinect support, which may or may not. No, I don't know if it will or not. But yeah, I mean, this seems like a really, really interesting way to explore and create music.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's kind of as obviously the end goal is to release this as a game and have it be successful, but it's really been an art project. That's how it's felt to me. So they've been doing kind of installations with like a big kind of club sound system and this projected on a wall, and I mean, they had a good kind of setup for PAX last year, and it just really kind of that's when it has its biggest impact. Big screen, big system, and just some good beats.
Sounds like a party. All right, that is Alpha Muse. For more on the game, keep on IGN. Thank you, Cam.
Thank you, Tristan, and thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye.